Across Michigan, big tech is chasing land, power, and water to build massive new data centers for the so-called AI boom. Some politicians are calling it progress, but for a lot of people living near these proposed sites, they're just not buying it, and they're starting to push back. This is So What Michigan, where we break down the news that actually matters here at home. A New York developer wants to build a huge data center campus. 5 buildings, hundreds of acres, with non-stop operations. Right here on what's now farmland and wetlands in Augusta Township near Ann Arbor. Town leaders say it could bring in millions in new tax revenue, but nearly 1,000 residents signed petitions to put the project on the ballot, arguing it'll bring constant noise, bright lights, heavier energy use, the loss of the quiet landscape that defines this small rural community. And it's not just here. Over in Ypsilanti Township, local residents are fighting back against a billion-dollar computation center from the University of Michigan. It's planned along the Huron River, and opponents say it would use as much electricity as the rest of the township combined. And up in the UP, a Bitcoin mine had to shut down after the noise disrupted a nearby school. The hum was so relentless that teachers had to move kids indoors until a judge ordered the operation to pause. Inside Climate News laid it all out in a 3-part series. But together, these fights tell the same story. More and more Michigan communities, from Ann Arbor to Sault Ste. Marie, are being asked to shoulder the costs and the risks of big tech's constant expansion. Among the biggest concerns, these types of data center projects often come with big environmental trade-offs, including massive electricity needs that can drive up bills for everyone, huge daily water use, and increased pollution that threatens to derail Michigan's progress on clean energy. Advocates and environmental groups say Michigan isn't necessarily ready for this rush, and they're urging state and local officials to slow it down, study the impacts, and make sure that the residents are actually the ones who benefit before another groundbreaking happens. So what? Well, it's not anti-tech to slow down and be careful. It's common sense. Michigan has the land, the water, and the talent to build smarter. But before we pave over farmland and ramp up the grid for projects that may not actually serve the people who are living here, we need to make sure that the math and the trade-offs actually work for Michigan. Follow for more news. I'll keep connecting the dots.